Hello friends and enemies, come with me on day 5 of my trip to Iceland. I was having really bad allergies that night and couldn't stay asleep, so of course the obvious thing for me to do at 5 a.m. was to start getting ready, washing my hair, doing my makeup, and then wandering around the hotel so I wouldn't bother Sabrina any further. Once she was awake, I made sure I had repacked everything and then headed over to breakfast in the hotel. Some of my group was already there, so we spent most of breakfast talking about Benito Bowl because we missed it the night prior. After breakfast, I was the first one to bring my bags over to the van, so I did a little fit check outside the hotel, and then grabbed a Benadryl from Ben because my allergies were killing me. We had a pretty busy day because we had a lot of ground to cover along the southern coast of Iceland, so we had to leave at sunrise to really hit the ground running. Our first stop was Gluggafoss, which was right next to our hotel, and our tour guide Christian did a great job in helping us navigate the rocks, finding the spots to take content, helping us take content. I think by this point Christian was starting to get used to our antics because he would add on more time for each stop than he usually would, which was perfect because all these places like Seljalandsfoss were so pretty. Once we got back on the van, we started sharing some of our snacks, including these sour cherry cola gummies, which were kind of weird, and these dried mango slices, which my Filipino ass needed. We had a bit of time before we got to our next stop, Reynisfjara. And unfortunately, yes, once we got there, most of the beach had been swept away, so we couldn't get to the cave. However, we did make the most of it and tried not to get blown away by the wind before heading over to Vic for our lunch break and then exploring a little bit of the town where we may or may not have almost forgotten Max because he was taking photos somewhere. On the van, Christian had us try a little bit more Icelandic sweets before making a stop at Eldhraun, which is this lava field covered in moss. After we had a quick look and took some content, we were back on the road again before we finally made it to our last stop, Svínafellsjökull. I don't have much content from this glacier because it was so windy, like we thought we were gonna get blown away at some points, but the views were stunning and so worth the hike. Once we made it back to the van, while taking some content along the way of course, we quickly checked into our hotel and headed over to a nearby restaurant for dinner. Our restaurant was pretty cool because it was also a museum. They had a whole exhibit in the back to show what it was like to live in Southeast Iceland from 1930s to 1960s, a period of time where basically that section of Iceland was cut off from the rest of the world. Once we were done in the exhibit, we headed back to our table for dinner, where I changed it up a little bit and had cod instead of lamb, and it was definitely worth it. With a quick drive back to our hotel, we headed over to the common area to do a little junk journaling workshop. This intrepid friend trip was also partnering with Canon Canada, so we got a bunch of different gear to try out during the trip, including their IV2 mini photo printer, which was perfect for junk journaling. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to visual art, so it took me a while to get into the groove of things, but seeing everyone else work on their junk journals from the chaotic to the inspiring really helped me. Also, it was really fun to kind of just hang out, chill, make some jokes. Like, it honestly did not feel like I had only met these people 2 days ago. That's one of the best things about going on a group trip to a destination you've never been to with people that you've never met before, because suddenly these strangers become some of your best friends and confidants, and you know that these friendships and memories are gonna stay with you forever, even beyond the social media posts and the junk journal entries. Like and follow for day 6.